Right, we are live. Welcome to the Miracle Morning Mastermind. I'm super excited today. We've been having some powerful mentoring and coaching sessions here. It's so exciting to see the breakthroughs happening, the level of clarity. And this is where transformation takes place. Sometimes we wonder, wow, what's it going to take for my team to get motivated? Right? I hear that a lot. My team's just not motivated. Or, they say they want it, how come they're not doing it? And it's important as leaders that we understand the process of transformation that people must grow through. John C. Maxwell calls it people development. People development. Strong leaders don't just expect people to develop on their own. They're very intentional about providing the environments and or resources to help the people develop. Whereas not so strong leaders just complain about what their team members aren't doing, or they say things like, oh, my team's just not motivated. That my team's just not, they must not really want what they say they want. Well, I don't think so. I don't think so. A while back, I recorded a video, it's on the YouTube channel, about the motivation triangle. And it talks about how if you draw a triangle and put 4 rows from top to bottom, separated into 4 rows, so 3 lines in between from top to bottom. At the top, you have 3% who are motivators. On the next line, from the top down, you have 10% who are self-motivated. On the third row, you have the 60% of your organization that are motivatable. That means they're not self-motivated, but they can be motivated when the right 3%ers show up and help motivate them. And then on the bottom row are the 27% who are unmotivatable. Like they probably don't even take your call, at all. But if they're taking your call, or they show up from time to time, or they're willing to do something from time to time, don't ever call them unmotivatable. Don't ever put them in the category of a lost cause. They just need the right leader to show up. And that was an ouch for me, because when I started asking myself questions like, if somebody else, if another leader like a Darnell Self or somebody else who's really effective with people were to mentor or coach the same person that I'm complaining about or feeling frustrated with, would they have more results? And oftentimes the answer is, of course, as Jim Rohn would say, of course. So if another leader would be able to get more out of one of my players than I can, that means I just need to become a better coach for that type of person. Or I need to find a way to provide the right resources for that person if it's not going to be me, because not every, sometimes people need third party, right? Most of the time people need third party. We know this. We all have parents. And for most of us, there's certain things that our parents could say to us. And because we're so close or whatever the dynamic is in that relationship, we can hear it better from somebody else. So if that parent was wise enough to not let their ego get in the way, and they really wanted to get a message across to us, wisdom would say, well, who could my child receive this information from the best? And instead of feeling like it has to be me and allowing my ego to get in the way, well, who else can I get? How can I get out of the way so my child can get the message? It's more about them getting the message than it is about who they get it from. And this is why it's important to utilize third party and to be strategic. And it's a beautiful thing about this business of building a team. And one of the things I love about what I learned in network marketing, building a team of teams, is that you don't have to be good at everything in order to profit from everything. So even while I was developing my leadership skills and I was not an effective leader, I was able to plug people in to an environment with other effective leaders. Isn't that powerful? And as they grew, it was as if I was an effective leader. So it wasn't direct leadership or direct mentorship. Let's call that third party leadership, third party mentorship. So even if we're not strong at something, we can leverage the power of third party leadership and third party mentorship. This is why we have a weekly Thursday night core training. And this is why a brand new person can come in and get the results of an expert, and they're brand new with no skills, no background, no experience, because they can just plug people in to the Thursday night core training, and boom, they get third party leadership as if they were already a millionaire club member or a six-figure earner. They're leading their team indirectly while they're becoming a stronger leader. Isn't that powerful? It's powerful. You know, we've got the special groups like this Miracle Morning Mastermind. Oh man, I wish I had something like this in the beginning of my journey. I'd be strategically recruiting people just to get them into here. Like, man, if I can get enough people from my four different legs or my four different branches of my organization into an environment like this, they'll go executive director with or without me. And boom, that takes me to platinum, which is the CEO level. What? So, third party leadership. Okay, yesterday we had a powerful conversation that after we got off, I was praying about what to call it. And the name that popped in my mind was LeaderPreneur. LeaderPreneur. And I named it that yesterday's coaching session, Discover the Leaderpreneur Within You. That leaderpreneur is someone who is not just a leader, but an entrepreneurial leader. Not just an entrepreneur, but an entrepreneur who is leading effectively, because those are not the same thing. There are plenty of entrepreneurs who are great at identifying a problem and solving it in a profitable way, but it doesn't mean they're effective at leading people, attracting people. Ask me how I know. I was an entrepreneur, not a leader. I could identify problems and needs and desires and solve it. You know, I saw the need for snacks and resources and pizza and real books. For those in the music world, in the jazz world, we have these books called the real book or the fake book that has all these hits, these songs that you can learn. And I recognized the need for that. And I ended up selling real books um, while I was in high school as well. And my cost was like almost $0. And the profit was like $35 or something like that, or $70. I don't remember. I think it was like $35 per real book. But I can identify needs and problems and solve those problems in an intelligent and profitable way. But I wasn't even interested in attracting a tribe of people, leading a tribe of people. I'm an introvert, which most people think they know what that means. And that's why they're so confused about who's an introvert and who's not an introvert. It's not so much about being outgoing and that sort of thing. It's really a better way to look at introversion versus extroversion is whether our interaction style, do we prefer to respond to people or to initiate with people? That's a greater indicator of the introvert extrovert dynamic. Those who are primarily natural introverts prefer to respond to people versus with people. Initiate with people. Those who are natural extroverts prefer to initiate. They're actually energized by initiating and drained by having to respond. Whereas an introvert would be energized by responding to people and more drained by initiating. And when I realized that, I went, oh, no wonder my gift works much better when people ask me questions because I'm a responder by nature. If I just show up and nobody has any questions, I get drained figuring out what to teach unless I already have an idea of some of the key questions that my audience has, because I'm a more natural responder than an initiator. Um, I like to have people reach out to me for appointments. It puts me in my strength zone. It allows me to serve them better when they're reaching out because I'm a responder. And so, where was I going with that? Anybody remember?
You were talking about entre leadership and just kind of knowing kind of like our personalities and
Oh,
the way we.
thank you, Dr. George. Yes. So I was an entrepreneur, but not a leader. I wasn't looking to gather a tribe of people. I wasn't looking to lead people. I have a background personality type. My natural personality type is more background versus in the spotlight. Unless I have to lead or there's a great need for me to lead, I can step into the front and then to the spotlight for a short period of time or a certain period of time, but then I need to recharge afterwards. So everybody can operate in all the types, but we all have a natural place. So that being said, we started talking about leaderpreneurship. And I asked everybody the question, what is your number one desire that you are passionately pursuing for yourself and your family that lots of people can relate to? And Ms. Glover immediately, passionately responded, freedom. Y'all remember that? And I walked everyone through that exercise that when you tap into that desire, what if you were to start grabbing your tribe, attracting your tribe of people who are on that same journey, that are passionately pursuing the same thing? I call that group your natural tribe of achievers. They're natural. Why is that a natural tribe for you? These are people who are passionately pursuing the same thing that you're passionately pursuing for yourself and your family. It makes it natural for you all to gather together, to relate to each other. And then I described that there are three types of people on that same journey with you. And those are those who are many steps ahead of you. So that's the first group. They're not likely to follow you because they're many steps ahead of you. They may inspire you, mentor, be great examples you can share, but they won't be following you typically because they're many steps ahead of you on the same journey. You're more likely to follow them than it is for them to follow you. And then the second group are your peers. Those are, they're in the same space as you, the same place as you, side by side in the journey, figuring things out just as you are. No, they may or may not follow you as well because you're in the same place. Y'all are figuring it out together. But the third group of people, these are your people that look to you for leadership, for guidance, that you can most naturally lead and inspire and impact and bring resources to, because these folks are just a few steps behind you in the same journey that burning desire that you are passionately pursuing right now for yourself and your family that others can relate to, this is your group. This is your group. Those are your people. So they may be intimidated by somebody that's 10, 20 steps ahead of you and them, but you're a few steps ahead of them. You're 5 steps ahead of them, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps ahead of them. They're like, oh, I'm so close. They're more inspired by you. They can relate to you better, and you can relate to them better because the people that are 10, 20 steps ahead, they may have forgotten what it was like to be where they are, that third group. That was so long ago. That was like $1 million ago when they were brand new on the journey, you know? So but you're far enough ahead that you got so many more ideas, resources, stories that you can share to inspire and empower and equip that group of people. But you're also close enough to where they are that you remember what it was like when you were a few steps behind where you are now. So you can dip better. You can dip effectively with that group. You can say, yes, this is where I am now, 5 steps ahead of where you currently are. But guess what? I'll never forget. I'll always remember what it was like 5 steps ago when I was struggling here and I was wondering if this could ever happen for me. And I was looking at the bank account, and even though my activity was here, up here, my bank account was down here. And I remember what it was like for my significant other to look at me like, are you sure this is the best use of our time and resources? Are you sure this is going to work? So you can dip, you can connect, you can meet them where they are emotionally. And I'm telling you, this activates a level of leadership, of leaderpreneurship, where you become very effective. And this is the place I want everyone to practice your leadership. I want you to gather your tribe, gather your community. I want you to serve them. Practice the 21 qualities of a leader by John C. Maxwell. Practice those qualities with this group. If one of the qualities of a leader is passion, how can I share with this group more passionately? One of them is commitment. How can I display my commitment with this group to the what we're passionately pursuing? Vision. How can I cast the vision, paint the picture better to inspire my tribe that are passionately pursuing the same thing that I'm pursuing? You know, creating an environment for them, right? Where they can gather, like creating a Facebook community where they can gather, or a chat group where they can gather, or a physical meetup. Hey, let's meet up every week or every month, as we're all passionately pursuing this. I want you to practice your leaderpreneurship with this group of people. So I want to open it up to you all. What questions, what impacted you, and or what questions are coming up for you in the process of this? And do we have Ms. Glover on the line?
I'm here.
All right, tell us the update. How you feel?
Um,
How'd you feel? What'd you do? And where are you at now?
I was really impacted yesterday because I was praying for an answer to um find people, and um actually, you wouldn't believe this, but I started a Facebook page years ago, about 5 years ago, 4 years ago, and I called it Deidre's Advice. And I never did anything with it because the person that that I paid to help me do that page um, asked me for content. I never could come up with content. I mean, this is the answer. This is something I've been looking for. This is so much clarity, for me. So what I did is I looked up how to start a free private Facebook page, and then I
Facebook
asked
group.
somebody.
Facebook group.
Facebook group, yes, Facebook
Hmm.
group, and I asked the person about it, and she said, "Oh, it's easy." She said, "Oh, you can just go to Chat GPT and you can do this and you can do that." Well, I told her I need further help because I know I can do that. I haven't been able to do that yet. So I need further help with that. So she said, okay. She walked me through it. And I actually started my Facebook group, and it's 4 questions you have to answer. And I answered the first question, and I just need to find answers for the next question. So that's where I am, and I'm just super excited about it. I mean, I love this. I love this, Coach. You're a genius. I don't care what you say. You are a genius. And thank you for allowing God to use you in that way, because you, my dear, have a great gift. And I just need to answer some of my questions. And I have to have a cover photo, and I need to go ahead and invite people to join and go ahead and create my post. So that's where I am with that. I'm excited. I can see myself. I can see myself continuing this and just running with it. And thank you again, Coach. I thank God that I met you and that you came in my life.
We're so proud of you. Everybody, unmute. Make that noise you've been waiting to make for Miss Deidre Glover. Woo woo!
Yeah.
Woo,
Come
Woo!
on,
Deidre.
John, go
Deidre.
ahead.
Deidre.
Good for
All
you.
right, all right, all right.
Yes.
I
Thank you.
love
Thank
seeing the
you.
skies open for you, Deidre.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is so powerful. A couple things that I want to point out about leadership. Because remember, yes, this is about marketing. Yes, I'm showing you how to create your own tribe of prospects. I'm teaching you how to build your own community that you own, the community, and to gather your ideal people that are on the journey. I'm teaching you how to create your own lake and fill it up with your type of fish that you can fish from for prospects for you, that you may a percentage of them will just stay in the community and just benefit from the community, and you all will benefit from each other. A percentage of them will be customers for you. A percentage of them will be ideal strategic partners in your business. And again, some of them may never be a customer or a client, a prospect for your business, but you've got a powerful support community, and you're able to serve your gift and be energized and supported and reminded of why you do what you do and who you're doing it for. It's going to increase your passion, your strength, your commitment, right? Because you've got people relying on you for inspiration, but it's going to pull out the best version of you as a leader. So with all of those things, I'm embedding marketing strategy within this. Consciously or unconsciously, I'm giving you all marketing strategy. I'm giving you all the mindset of marketing. I'm giving you language for marketing. I'm giving you strategy. But the biggest thing I want you to do is to flex your leadership muscles. I want you to lead. I want you to get used to leading a specific, not just any old body, not just a bunch of followers and likes. You know, most of the social media trainings I hear about is like getting more likes and followers and eyeballs, and that's good. But we're talking about something more powerful than that. We're talking about a specific group of people that you are leading to achieve something. That's why I call them your NTAs, your natural tribe of achievers. We are passionately pursuing a goal that we're all achieving, a vision, right? That's different than just a bunch of likes and comments, right? In the world of email marketing, yes, I also study email marketing. And in the world of email marketing, somebody can have a list of 100,000 people, and another person can have a list of 300 people. And the rule of thumb in email marketing is that you'll average about $1 per month based on the number of people on your email list that you're communicating to. So the rule of thumb is if you have 100,000 emails, you're probably making 100,000 a month. If you got 10,000 emails, you're probably making about 10,000 a month. If you got a thousand emails, you're probably making about $1,000 a month from that email list. But somebody with 300 emails could actually make more money than somebody with 10,000 emails on their list. How is that possible? Well, it's because if the person with 300 emails has a specific targeted group of people that are the right ideal clients, they have that desire that they're moving towards, that burning desire we keep talking about, and the pain points that they're moving away from. 300 of those people that are your ideal clients is more profitable than 10,000 random people. Oh, I don't know who that was for. Who was that for this morning? Put me in the chat. So this is list building strategy I'm giving you. So I want you, what I'm teaching you all is how to gather a community of the 300. Pun intended. Pun intended. The movie 300. The Bible story about 300 with Gideon. Sometimes less is more. And so build your tribe, gather your tribe, see yourself as the leader of that tribe. Tell the world about the desire that you're passionately pursuing, and ask the world who else is pursuing the same thing. Who else has a burning desire to accomplish the same thing? If I were to put together a free private group, a free private community, a free private Facebook group, a free private meetup group, who would be interested in being a part of that, where we can support each other and share resources and ideas and strategies? And I'm asking you not to make this just about your product or service. I'm asking you to just lead the people towards the vision, and then let it be about the big mission. And from this lake that you're filling up with your ideal fish, you will be able to fish out those who will be a good fit as a customer, those who will be a good fit as a business partner. Second thing that came out, problem solving. Problem solvers. Here are the rules of problem solving. Leaderpreneurs are problem solvers. So number one, when you have a problem like Deidre, she said, I don't know how to create a Facebook group. What can I do? That's the first question. What can I do? She asked herself, what can I do? She went to YouTube. She went to Chat GPT, whatever, to see what she could do to solve the problem. Next is, okay, what can I learn? What can I learn? She started learning about, okay, how do I create a Facebook group? She didn't say, oh, I don't know how, so I'm not going to do it. Somebody say, I'm a problem solver. And then the third question is, who can I ask? Who can I ask? Finally, after she did what she could do, she learned what she could learn, then she asked, okay, who can I ask? But rule number 4, never ask first. She didn't ask first. So that allows her to build those leadership muscles, those problem-solving muscles, and I'm so proud. That's how you become a master problem solver. That's how you become a person that you start seeing yourself better. You start respecting yourself. Like, wait a minute, I'm unstoppable. I solved that last problem. I hear David in my head, King David. He's like, what do you mean, this big uncircumcised giant? I took out a bear. I took out a lion. I took out what? What is this little uncircumcised giant gonna do? Right? You start building up that powerful self-image when you start solving problems instead of complaining about them or running away from them. Oh, so proud of you, Miss Glover.
Thank you.
And then lastly, utilize Chat GPT. I want you all to utilize the resources available. For example, I want you to describe, or AI, whatever you use, Google AI, Chat GPT, describe that desire that you're passionately pursuing, and ask Chat GPT or whatever you're using, what would be if I were to create a Facebook community, a Facebook group, what would be some great names for that group based on the description that I just gave you? And then you can ask, what are later on, you're going to wonder, well, how do I engage my group or make it more exciting? Ask it, how can I make my Facebook community more exciting or engaging? And you're going to have so much fun gathering your tribe, gathering your community, and making this an amazing journey of attracting and leading your tribe who are passionately pursuing the same thing. More tomorrow. Don't forget, we're listening and studying the 12-week year, and it's going to be powerful as you incorporate the 12-week year strategies as you lead and attract your tribe. Let's go, everybody. Power Hour is available. Take advantage of it, but use it for activity to take advantage of that time. Let's unmute. ED equals
Every
Every
day.
day.
Every day.
what time is it?
Ring time.
Next stop.
Platinum.
Love y'all. Have a great day, everybody.
Have a great day, everyone.
Great
Thank
day.
you, Coach.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Coach.
Coach.